TeamBuildr user. First question, how are you using TeamBuildr in a unique way as a hack for other TeamBuildr users, and how'd you learn about it?
Yeah, so first of all, shout out to Hewitt, shout out to James at TeamBuildr. They're actually Hopkins football alums, so
Motherfucking right, yes they are.
Yeah, alumni from our place, doing it right. When I first got into it, which was 2016, they've come a long way, and they're doing a phenomenal job of continually pushing the envelope on their end with what they're offering. But one really cool, important hack and something that we particularly use here at Hopkins is the reporting function on it, specifically to our wellness data, right? We use our wellness data for our teams to help kind of auto-regulate and use more of a fluid training approach, right? So what they've been able to do based off of feedback from myself and others is they'll conditionally format the answers to the total questionnaire score, right? There's a green, there's a yellow, there's a red, so that flags it for us, and we're able to make the necessary adjustments to our training for that day, right? So green is for plan A, right? Yellow is for plan B, and red is for plan C. It's been really great for us. I mean, we have about 700 student athletes and 4 total coaches.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so the fluidity of that, and for us, we pull it up on our TVs. We have our kids check in on a daily basis with that, and we're able.
So are they doing it on their phone before they get there, or when they get there? Just for anybody that's listening and they're like, oh shit, we need to do that too. How do they do it? Lay it out for them.
Yeah, so what we do is, and this is another function that they've been able to add, which is awesome. So we can lock access to training based off of that questionnaire, right? So,
really?
Hey, yep. So in order for you to get access to training, it's locked, right? So we have our wellness questionnaire. Everything under that is locked. Guys don't get access. Guys or girls don't get access to training unless they fill it out.
That's unbelievable.
It would have saved us so many headaches at Towson.
Right? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but it's phenomenal. They've taken the feedback, not only from myself, but everybody else that they've gotten on the phone with, and just wanting to make the product better, and it's been phenomenal for us.
I mean, that's part of the reason why we're doing this right now, is just to talk with other users about things and kind of get the word out, so that way it's, anybody listening right now, go ahead and put something in the comments, DM us on Instagram, YouTube, leave the comments, Twitter, DM us, but reach out so we can continue to push this thing forward, because I had no idea about that. And I've been using TeamBuildr since 2019. Quick break from the show to remind you to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps us out, and it helps you be notified when we have new content get released. So again, please hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy this content. And with that, let's get back to the show. Anyways, that's unbelievable to hear about. The second question that I got for you is, we now have a little secret about how to use TeamBuildr better. What is a little secret that you as a coach have learned that you've implemented in the last 1, 2, 3 years that has been the biggest aha moment?
Yeah, so I mean, for me, I've been sort of blessed and kind of cursed with getting a director job early on in my career.
Yeah, you were young as shit. Were you 24, 25?
Yeah, somewhere around there. But, kind of thrown into the fire. And for all of you guys and girls that are thinking of transitioning into a role like that for the first time and being nervous about it, it's okay. But number two, with that, you'll kind of find out as you get thrown into the fire, right? But when
by
you're,
fire.
Yeah, but with that, one of the biggest things was trying to show value in what we do more than just strength training, speed training, conditioning, all the, physical preparation pieces of our job, right? So getting admin on board was really important for me, and trying to learn how to play the game that way. And for me, just kind of finding out more about the 4 Ps, right? Purpose, pay, progression, and personal life. And knowing when, for myself, how to have that influence on me, and knowing the sliding scale, because sometimes that order changes throughout your career, right?
Yeah.
And for me, myself personally, but then getting into a role, especially here at Hopkins, where I have oversight of a staff of 4 of us total right now, right? It's really important to have a heartbeat on it. I think you put out a really great blog post the other day, kind of talking about that, right? Because your staff and your assistants, all right, are the heartbeat of your program. I better know for each of my staff members, like, where they fall under that, and that's including interns as well, right? Because how can I make the experience better for them to help improve the experience for the student athlete, right? And for me, that's always like stuck in the back of my mind when I'm thinking of making decisions, not only about the department, but how we're going about it for our staff as well.
I think the part that stuck with me the most right there was the sliding scale of the 4 Ps, because you're right, they are all important, but they're probably all going to be weighted more at different times, right?
Yeah, and like personally for me, right, like 4 years ago when I first got that director role, right, like, you know, progression was probably the most important thing in my life, like out of those 4 Ps, right? Sometimes it went over the personal, sometimes it went over the pay. Whereas like now, being married, having a child, right? That personal life is my #1 priority right now for me, right? So it changes, right? And as a director, right, you better have a thumbprint on that for everybody that's on staff, right? And you better make sure, like, how am I finding ways to make sure that I'm assisting them in their journey in those 4 Ps as well?
No, like, that's anybody that's listening to that and it's resonating with them, and that might be the first time they've heard it too. How do you handle that with a staff of people that maybe their 4 Ps are changing on the, you know, semester to semester or year to year?
Yeah, so for us, I mean, like, on our end and how I operate with our staff, we have, you know, a mid-semester check-in, we have an in-semester check-in, we talk about like all the good stuff, like KPIs for your teams, like what like where are we at with our in-season teams, off-season teams, we have certain criteria, all that good stuff. But part of that is also like, hey, where can I assist you in these areas? Do you personally see a shift in these things, right? So that's kind of how I go about it, and it's part of the checkup, but like hopefully I have enough awareness with checking in them every day and seeing our staff and knowing like, hey, like this might be an area where I could do a little bit better to help support them.
No, man, that's it for this TeamBuildr Thursday roundtable. But folks, these are going to be short, quick ones that you can listen to when you're driving to or from work, or if you're hopping on a quick cardio session, because remember, it's strength and conditioning, not strength and cholesterol. But we're going to have a long style Jocko Willink cheeky midweeky with Joe here soon. So if you like what you heard, DM us and we'll get this thing going even sooner. But Joseph, I appreciate you, brother. Have a great rest of the day.
You too, Lima. Thanks, man.
Later.
Congratulations on making it to the end of the video. Why don't you celebrate by watching more videos just like it? You can also help us on our quest to placate the algorithm gods by liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Thank you.